Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here, and today I'm going to be showing you on how to maintain and clean your side stand. Now I just wanted to apologize to let you guys know that I got sick and haven't posted any videos. I didn't want to let too much time pass until I posted another video, so I'm really trying to push through on this sickness and get these videos out to you guys. Let's get to the video. And let me show you what you need to do to clean and maintain your side stand. And just a little bit before that, before we get into that, this is pretty much one of those type of maintenance parts of the videos where you really don't think about ever maintaining or really taking a second look at it. As you can see, it took me 5 years to make this video, just because this is a section of the bike that I never really thought to actually look or maintain or think that it needed any maintenance in this area. But after really looking into the manual and looking into other things for future videos, I found out that this area is a important part. Without further ado, let me show you the things that you're going to need to do this maintenance section of the video. Okay, so let me show you the parts that you're going to need to do this maintenance section of the video. I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes of the lighting that I use to focus in this department. As you can see, I have a headlight LED there, a headlight LED over here, and then I also got my main one right over here. Alright, so things that you're going to need for this particular maintenance part is you're going to need a rear bike stand, and then paper towels, a shop blanket, and we're going to use, I'm not too sure on which one we're going to be using, but we may use both. But in the manual it says lithium soap base grease. Now what that translates to is white lithium grease, which really means a waterproof grease to put on these parts. And then this part is going to be to clean off the components of the bike. You definitely don't want to be using any brake cleaner, because that would really destroy any wiring or any sensitive electrical equipment that you have in that area, which surprisingly you do actually have a kill switch on the bike. So now that I have the bike up on the stand, we could go ahead and move this off to the side. Okay, so now as you can see how dirty mine is. Look at all this gunk and grease. Like I said, it's took me 5 years to actually get to this part of the bike, because like I said, this is not an area where I would particularly look into actually doing a video or how to do anything in this department. But I'm glad I checked out the owner's manual and how to really service a lot of components of the bike, so therefore I'm showing you guys on this department as well, so you guys don't go 5 years or more on not servicing this area. Alright, so as you can see, there is a lot of grit and dirt and grease down here, and if you notice right over here, right there, that's actually a kill switch. You put your bike in gear and then you let go the clutch, it kills your bike, and it's because of that kill switch is right there. They don't want you to be riding with your side stand down. So right there is the switch right there. So as you can see, it's all filled with gunk and grease and dirt and everything. So we want to make sure that this area is clean and not full of this gunk. So let's go ahead and check some other departments here. A little grease and dirt there. And then you also want to check the spring. So you want to make sure that the spring is good, that there's no rust on the spring. If there is, this is going to be something you're going to need to replace if there is rust on there. But on mine, there doesn't seem to be any rust. It could be a different story on your bike. For me, on this department, there is none. And as you can see, that I do have our aftermarket fairings on my bike, and because of that, now that I'm looking down here, I could see that there is some chipping in the paint. Now this is because the spring is actually hitting, well, this particular area is actually hitting this part. Let's see. See if it confirms. And yes, it does. As you can see, that part of my bike is actually hitting the bottom fairing. Alright, so that's going to be for a different video. If you happen to have these lower fairings on your bike too, you're going to notice that too. So I'm going to have to do something about that, but not in this particular video, because this video is all about the side stand. Alright, so let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start cleaning off all this dirt and debris over here. And we really don't need a cleaner for that. We're just going to get the paper towel and just wipe all this area down. Again, this is only if you have this particular fairing. If you don't, you still have the stock ones, you're not going to have this little shelf right there. Okay, now that I cleaned this little shelf area, next you're going to grab your paper towel and you're going to go ahead and just start wiping down all the components of your bike. Now if you're going to find some really caked on dirt, that's where you want to use that spray cleaner, and just go ahead and give it a good spray, and then wipe off the rest of the gunk and everything. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to use this one because it is safe on any sensitive wires. Like I said, you don't want to use anything that's really abrasive. Another thing that you can use if you are into RCs, there is an RC cleaner. That's also another good cleaner to use because it's safe for any electrical equipment. I'm not going to use the nozzle because I want a full spray, so just make sure that when you're doing this, you're doing it in a well ventilated area. You know what, before I do that, maybe I should, none of the fairings capture any of the spray. So give it a good shake and then just go ahead and spray down the area to clean down the components. Wow, as you can see, there is a lot of gunk and everything just from that little bit of spray. Alright, so I'm going to pause it right now. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good spray down, good clean down, and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright guys, now that was some extensive cleaning I actually had to do because like I said, that was 5 years worth of gunk on there. Now let me show you right here and how it looks now. It looks a lot better. As you can see, now everything is all nice and clean over here. And let me get to the bottom part where you can see the kill switch or whatnot right over here. You can see it's all clean right now compared to how it was before with all the gunk. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to put some of that white lithium grease and then go ahead and spray in here. So right in here with the straw. So spray right in here and then go ahead and spray right over here. And as you're doing it, go ahead and move your side stand as you're spraying it so you could get all those areas. And then you put the side stand down this way and then go ahead and do the same thing. Go ahead and spray right over here. And then right here on the other side. And at the same time again, moving your side stand to make sure you get all those areas. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put the tube grease, this one right here. And with my finger, I'm just going to put some on here and then put some on the little shaft right there. Alright, so if you guys notice that if you overdo it a little bit, just go ahead and get your paper towel and just wipe off the excess. So I want to make sure that you have enough in there to kind of just lubricate the joints, that's all. Alright, so now that I already got that on there, it's already nice and smooth. Okay, so next we're going to do is we're going to grab our tube of lithium grease, put some on my finger and just kind of coat it over here. Then again, just give it a nice little coating right over here. You don't have to put a lot. Just enough to coat the metal. And then again, make sure you move your side stand. Then again, if you have put a little bit too much, just get your paper towel and just clean the excess. Because you definitely don't want the stuff to be a lot, because then it'll collect dirt as you ride. So, okay. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more on my finger, and I'm just going to coat that little shaft part that I had showed you a little bit earlier. Okay, after you coat the shaft of the actuator, work the side spring to the side stand, giving it a few pushes inside to work that grease on the shaft. Okay, so now the next question you're probably asking is that how many times do I need to do this? So pretty much you want to do this maintenance part of the side stand every time you do an oil change. So every time you're going to do your oil change, just go ahead and inspect this area, give it a good clean, and then also after you're done cleaning, don't forget to put your lithium grease on the components there. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to do on how to maintain and grease your side stand. If the area is not dirty, then don't worry about cleaning it. All you have to do is just make sure that you re-grease this part over here, re-grease the pivot points, and re-grease the shaft over here on this part over here that I showed you earlier. As you can see, everything is all greased, and as you can see, the shaft is greased. All the pivot points and areas that needed to be greased are greased and cleaned. Alright, so that's pretty much it, and it concludes this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, hit that like button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with my latest video, and thank you for watching.